Set up an appointment for my IT client in southern Wisconsin. It's a healthcare facility. They have multiple locations. They were having a little bit of trouble with their current IT provider. They were having some trouble with their help desk. Set up an appointment. He went out there. They spoke about it. Looks like they're only really going to need level 1 help desk. So we sent out a proposal for $16K. Looking to hear back.
10 times.
Yes, I got another one today for a service master in Pennsylvania. It's with a pretty big development district. I spoke with the VP of facilities a couple weeks back, pointing me to his contracts coordinator, said she'd be a little bit better to talk to. Hadn't heard from her, followed up with her today, and got the meeting. She said they're currently working with a company, but she mentioned herself that, never really know what could happen. Never hurts to have some other options out there. They're still growing what they're doing right now. They've got a little over 3 million square feet total developed, about 450 to 500,000 of that being cleanable. So our franchise owner there locally going to go out there a little bit down the road. She's got some crazy things going on the next few weeks, but should be a really good opportunity. I'm really excited about it. It's another big one on the board.
Yeah, I got another one for my Wichita client today. This one took a bit to get to the end, but we were able to rein them in. They are a large product manufacturer. There's about 500 users here, about 100 servers on site, so kind of looking for where we fit in, but he asked a lot of good questions about what we offer, so I think it's just finding that need, finding that fit, but with this big of a company, I think we'll find it. So I'm going to meet on Thursday with a phone call, and we'll go from there.
Got an appointment today with my client that's in the payment processing space. I called and left a message and was moving on, and the guy called right back, and he was like, I'm really not happy with my current payment processor. Let's set something up. So it was a really easy deal.
Got another one from my digital marketing agency. It's an art gallery based out of Memphis, scheduled for later this week. Just looking to explore some options and see what's out there. Should be a pretty good one.
Got one set up today for my client in Indianapolis. It's a manufacturer, 10 users. Looking to make an introduction, get over a competitive quote. Got them set up for later this week, so we're really looking forward to that one.
What were you trying to do?
I got one from a guy up in Minnesota. It's actually my 3rd month of dialing for the guy, and in my 1st month, talked to a gentleman back in June. He told me that they're under contract with a firm. Slow time usually rolls around in September, so I follow up this week, end of August, to see if we can find some time early September. We found some time next Wednesday. They are a stamping company that have about 15 computers, 2 servers on premise, 1 location. I initially spoke to the CEO. He transferred me over to the operations manager. Me and him talked today. We got everything set up. It's going to be virtual for the 6th at 10 a.m. Yeah, again, 15 users, 2 servers. Pretty freaking good one.
That's awesome. What do we got so far? We got 5. Who wants to talk about one? We got a pretty good one. Yeah, Nick?
Okay, so it was an Arsenal appointment.
Okay.
I spoke to the president/general manager, and he was asking a bunch of different questions, and he seems very results driven, so he wanted more details about our success stories, basically. So I was able to, the ask really flowed into the conversation very well, and so set something up for Wednesday at 11 a.m.
Let's go.
He says he wants to see the sales numbers and what you produce compared to what you call, and he had turned us down twice in the past, so
there you go.
Don't
Lucky
give up.
Number 3. Lucky number 3. Nice. Who else got on the board? Ben? Biff? What you got?
I got one for solar for some kind of animal nutrition food making plant. Called the wrong guy on accident, and then he gave me the number to the correct guy who I've been trying to contact for a while, and he just picked up and he's like, yeah man, set something up.
Sure.
Sounds great.
Pretty good one.
Worked out.
Nice job. Jake? I know you're dying back there.
Oh yeah?
Tell us about this Xeno. Let's hear it.
I'm feeling pretty good today.
Yeah.
So I called this guy, first time I've ever called him. I've tried a couple other people at the company and they didn't get back to me. I called him, I left a message. He called back within 10 minutes, goes, I want an email and I want to talk to you about this. So he asked a couple questions. And then I was just like, hey man, the best bet would just be talk to Sam.
and just have an appointment with him, and he can answer all these questions really fast. 15-minute meeting, and he went for the meeting.
There you go.
So they do $5 million a year, so it's probably going to be pretty good transactions.
Let's go.
Going for a service master in Pennsylvania. It's with like a downtown development district. They've got a little over 3 million square feet developed. Only about a half a million cleanable. But I felt like I was talking to myself. The chick was like, "Yeah, you know, we just signed a contract with the company not long ago, but I know things happen. I like having back pocket options." I was like, you took the words out of my mouth. So a little down the road, she's going to be crazy busy. They're bringing in some new tenants, but should be another good one.
Oh my goodness, let's go.
Yeah, it's third month for one of my guys. Initially called the owner back in June. First month dialing, he said follow with me September. It's my slow time, so I just said forget it. I'm gonna call a week early. Called him. He said yeah, we need to talk about it. I'd like to talk about it. I've been throwing on my recaps too. That I've been talking to this guy consistently. So Joe, the owner over there, is very pumped up about it. And he was asking me every time I talk to him when it's finally going to hit. So now I'm going to talk to him later this week. It's finally hit. So 15 users, 2 servers, currently shopping, under contract to the end of the year.
There you go. Miss Erin, you had one that you flipped over to Sam. How did that go?
It went well. I just called like the main phone. He was a suspect, and he was interested. He was in the car driving like 2 hours away. And so Sam was open, and I just transferred it over to him.
There you go.
Flipped it over to me. The guy basically said, as soon as we started talking, like he wanted to talk about results. He was in Florida. I was like, I got a guy in your backyard. It's about to close a $2 million project, if that tells you anything. And he was like, all right, here's the number of my VP of operations. He wanted to get him on a screen share with me. He's like, if he doesn't answer, or if he doesn't call you, text him in like 10 minutes. And I did, and I'm waiting to hear back from him right now. But
cool.
They're down in like Cape Coral, Florida. So
right on. It's a pretty good one. Nice job, Aaron. What about proposals or closed deals?
Tanner, you got like 5 of them out Friday afternoon for what?
Oh yeah, Welltech. I've been talking with. Got a bunch of new appointments for him last week. So after our partner meeting, we went over the proposal they got out. We had like a couple that were 2,700, one that was like 3,500, and then one that he felt pretty confident in was about 13,000 or so. So yeah, we'll see. So I think he's asking for semi to have a decision by like the 31st. So hopefully we'll know here in a couple weeks or so.
Nice job. $25,000 in monthly recurring right there. He's just rattling off, so that's sweet. What about Tyler, then Landon?
Yeah, I had one for Premier Technology. He went out there on Friday. It was a he went out there kind of just, all he knew was that they needed help on a lot of project work, and their help desk sucked, and that's kind of what they wanted to talk about. So he went out there. They really weren't going to need that much help on the projects, but he gave him a quote for like a $10 to $20 per seat for like level 1 help desk. So about 16K MRR. So
nice.
Sent that out.
Landon?
Yeah, RBS on, I want to say Thursday or Friday last week, got a verbal agreement on a proposal for place. This is one that I called, set the meeting with. The timing was really good because the guy said, he's like, I'm shopping right now, so send your guy in here. Jay went and met with him, and then went back again and took him to lunch. So went really well. So yeah, I got the verbal agreement
Let's go.
last week. I think it's 2,500 MRR.
It's serious when you start taking them to lunch. So we'll do light bulb here.
That was my first closed deal. Too.
Heck yeah! Heck yeah! Give him another. Well, light bulb, then Clayton.
Yeah, so my DC client just got back to me. I hadn't heard from him at all last week. He was radio silent. He just said he signed it last week
Nice.
for last time I heard the number, it was $4,500 a month, but I asked for the final quote. So
Yeah.
Did they sign?
Yeah,
They
it's
signed.
close. He just doesn't know how much.
Dominion?
Yeah.
Dominion.
First close deal?
Yeah, so I set an appointment today for my client in Salt Lake City. It's with this real estate company. They have somewhere between 50 and 100 users, but they were interested in seeing what we had to offer. 2 weeks ago, I talked to their CFO, and he pushed me down to the IT director, but we should get something out of it.
Just set up an appointment for my commercial cleaning client out of Dallas, Texas. It's about 9 locations. It's a financial institution, 20,000 square feet each. They have a current commercial cleaner coming out and doing it weekly, but they kind of just want to see if we can get in there and do it better for a cheaper price.
Yeah, so got another one for my roofing client in Wilmington, North Carolina. It's a retirement home. Called over and spoke to the front desk lady. She's like, well, let me transfer you to Scott and see if he's interested. So I spoke to Scott, maintenance manager over there, and actually today, he's like, yeah, it's funny you called. I noticed we had a leak in the physical therapy room, so we're gonna go out there Friday, first day of September. We're gonna go out there and kind of do our thing. That roof is 29,000 square feet, a little bit over. So we're gonna go walk it and shoot them a report. Hopefully we can close some business, so pretty good one.
I made an appointment for my client today. It's for a animal nutrition plant. Gets to make animal food. They have a big old building though. I called him about it. He said, very quick call, he said, yeah, he's open to getting a phone call from my boss about it. He included 6 other people in the invite I sent out to him, so I'm taking that as a good sign. So hopefully it goes somewhere good.
Yeah, so got another one today for my roofing client in Wilmington, North Carolina. Called over to an apartment complex, pretty big, only 2 buildings, but it was actually all together, both buildings measure about 98,000 square feet. So spoke to the director over there. She's like, yeah, we've actually been looking for someone, before I guess the hurricane hits, to go up there and kind of just make sure everything's looking all right. So we're gonna go out there Thursday, walk the roofs, shoot them a report, and hopefully we can close some business. So should be a pretty good one.